Hi everybody, welcome to another video of Game of Thrones Academy. Hi Tamar.
Hello.
Today we have Sophie and we have very cool video that we call the 9 worst decisions in A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. And this video's bold prediction is about a decision that has already been made, but we haven't yet seen the consequences, and we predict, so we chose a decision that we think will backfire completely. We had plenty of bad decisions to choose from.
We wanted to focus on decision made by decision makers, someone with in a position of power. That
policy decision.
There is this book by a famous historian, Barbara Tuchman, called The March of Folly. It's a book about bad choices that can change history. She talks about the Greeks' decision the Trojan decision to bring the Trojan horse inside, and the decision to invade Vietnam. So she categorized a bad decision in a way that there were, in the historical context, in the historical time, in which the decision was made, an alternative path that the decision maker could have chose.
So this is our 9 worst decisions in the stories. Are you ready? Number 9.
Oh, блядь!
That's actually a few decisions by Daenerys Targaryen because she made so many bad choices. Okay, the fact first that she chooses to stay in Meereen.
Yeah.
Then that she kills all the slavers. And afterwards, she gives in to terrorism and marries his daughter after the sons of the Harpy kill a few soldiers and slaves.
She fell in love with her own myth of the mother of dragons and the Misa, freer of slaves. I'm for her. We all don't like slavery. And rape as well. We root for her. But it was in the context of the decision inside the story. It was a bad decision. Her advisors, or closest advisor, said, "Go back to your territory.
Yeah, you're a foreign occupier."
You're a foreign occupier, and she is trying to enforce and implement a cultural change in one go. You know.
And then she executes all the masters.
Yeah, she liquidates the people that hold the power, that
held
the power before her.
Yeah, for who knows how long.
Yeah, and she doesn't replace them quickly. So it created chaos. And then in a vacuum and a chaos that comes back to haunt her, and then she gives in to this chaos. So Daenerys, you have a lot to learn. She needed Tyrion by her side.
Right. Okay, so number 8. Theon decides to take Winterfell.
Yeah.
Wow, this was so stupid.
Very
we
stupid.
could see it coming miles away.
He could have been a northern hero.
Had he stayed with
Robb, yeah, in the sagas and the songs, hailing Theon, the Ironborn that helped the Wolf King.
And also, he could have played it safe with the Ironborn and just do what he was told and just pillage a few towns, whatever. But he went all in and beat off way more than he could chew.
Yeah, and it started his downfall.
And he knew it while he was doing it. He was thinking the whole time, this is a stupid move.
Yeah,
but he couldn't help himself. The ego.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. This is about a character that you like very much. Caitlyn decides to leave her children in Winterfell and join her eldest Robb in the Riverlands.
I really can't explain it. She's like the worst mother there is. Yeah, and your child needs you. Come on, your child needs you
in Winterfell.
Winterfell, in your home.
And Bran needs you.
And Bran, yeah.
Robb doesn't need you.
Robb is an old child. He's an older child. He's in the age of consent now.
And he's doing well.
And he's doing well. She doesn't need her. I don't see.
I think she freed Jaime. She ruined his plan.
Yeah, she freed Jaime. She was nagging all the time. I'm your mother. Come
and
on.
Meanwhile, in Winterfell,
two small children. She left alone. She could have handled the Theon thing much more differently than Bran.
Of course.
And and the Ramsay thing as well. They hunted Ramsay the bastard before he joined Theon.
Right.
And
Maybe she could have recognized him. Who knows?
Yeah, could have been.
Okay, so word decisions. Number 6. Joffrey beheads Ned. This one was terrible.
Yeah, I blame the mother.
Cersei?
Cersei, yeah.
Why
She needed to establish border and took care of this her sociopath kid. But never mind that.
Why was it such a bad decision? Explain.
His sociopathic teenage impulses made him kill a symbol of the North and humiliate a whole group of people that you cannot.
He left them no choice.
Could have brokered the peace right after these arrangements that
Right.
Ned went to the wall.
Right.
By
Sent
that,
Ned to
save
the
a lot
wall.
of life and all this trouble afterward with the War of the Five Kings.
So lesson is that if you're a ruler, if you push people to the brink,
Yeah,
they'll have no choice but to fight you back.
yeah, unless you have means to annihilate every one of them.
Okay, word decisions. Number 5.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god.
Ned spurns Renly and Littlefinger. They try to convince him join Renly and not support Stannis, and they lay out exactly how it will go if he makes the wrong decision, and he makes the wrong decision and the stupid decision because he's an honorable
Man, yeah.
So are they all honorable men.
Honor is not a good weapon or tool in the Game of Thrones. On the contrary, it's like a shackles. It's like a weight, unnecessary weight that
Right,
you need to
exactly.
carry. But it chose honor, and it paid the price.
And everybody paid the price.
This is what differentiates between fantasy politics and real
Yeah,
politics.
but this is a real world.
This is a real world. It's a fantasy story,
And
but
there's
a real
consequences.
world, and there's real consequences. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to word decisions. Number 4. This is a personal favorite of mine. Varys drives the Mad King further into madness. Later, we understand that he probably wanted Rhaegar to replace the Mad King, and he thought the more the Mad King becomes crazy, the better the chances that Rhaegar, which would have been a great ruler, we are led to believe, takes his place. But
Varys wanted the long game, but the short-term choices he made brought the realm into chaos,
into chaos.
which is the opposite of what he tried to do.
Yeah, he wanted to consolidate the power with under a Targaryen ruler.
Don't bet on insane people.
And don't try to rush a process. Just let everything play out.
It totally backfired.
Totally backfired. Okay. So we get to the top 3 worst decisions in the story. Number 3.
Ебать его!
Ned again.
Oh, Ned.
Ned. And Caitlyn again. Ned listens to his wife and goes to King's Landing. First of all, just in the show, it's the opposite.
The opposite, yeah.
She wants him to stay, and he says that he has to go. But in the books,
In the books, he listens to her.
she fell into the trap Littlefinger and her sister set, and then Caitlyn pushed
And
him.
he went against his instincts, which are a warrior's instincts, not politician instincts. He had a great warrior instinct. And his instincts screamed, don't do it. And he entered the game that he couldn't have won.
Yeah, he doesn't have the tools.
No, he didn't have the tools to win the Game of Thrones. He used too much of his relationship with Robert. After Robert was gone,
He was left with nothing.
yeah.
Okay, number
Bad
2. Number 2, worst decisions. Rob marries Jane of Westerling or Talisa from in the HBO show. He made a deal with Walder Frey that he will marry one of his daughters. This is how he consolidated his power in the Riverlands. That was a major strategic move, but then he decided to marry another girl that he fell in love with, and that love has nothing to do with the
He
politics.
didn't necessarily fall in love. In the show, he fell in love with her. But it wasn't love, it was more like, again, this honor thing.
Horrible
First, he
choice.
listens to his cock instead of listening to his mind, and then he listens to his heart and honor and all this stuff, instead again to listen to his mind. He's a teenage boy. He made a teenage stupid decision.
Horrible decision that led to his downfall and to the downfall of his house. And the Boltons took over, and all that happened after that, a direct result of this bad decision. And he didn't have to make the decision.
No.
People told him, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, minor house, not important house.
Minor house. It was honorable to marry her after he took her maidenhood, but is it honorable to have all these people dead, your mother, all your soldiers? It's just
not
stupid.
Cool. Oh, not cool. You got what you deserve.
Oh no.
No.
You went too far.
Yeah.
Okay, number one.
Too soon.
Number one, worst decision ever.
Ever.
In the story, worst decision. Boom! Cersei arms the faith militant. Oh my god. This one. Wow. Talk about it.
You don't do that.
What don't
in
you
the
do?
Middle Ages?
Why? Why
you
is it so
don't
stupid?
arm the masses in the Middle Ages. You just don't. Because it's like literally giving weapons to your potential enemies. What will be the reason to need you as the protector, the warrior caste? You need to protect. You need to protect them. So if you give them weapon, they don't need you anymore. And there is a very, very, very likelihood, a very big likelihood, that they will use the weapon first of all against you.
Because
when they will be hungry, when they will be poor, they will have the weapon to turn it against you.
Or maybe when you give some orders that they don't want to follow, now they don't have to.
Yeah, you don't give the people weapon. And the first one who did it was Napoleon.
He's the first one who gave the people weapons?
Yeah, he established this concept of the people's army, the Grande Armée.
First?
He was the first. He was able to do it because of the French Revolution. The people felt that it's their state, so they had no problem dying protecting it, because they didn't went to war protecting this lake or river of the Lord.
Another thing, that she doesn't only arm the masses, that's a rival institution. You have a few institutions in place, right, in these medieval times, and you have the lords, you have the knights, and then you have the church, the clergy, and so that's a rival institution with different aspirations and different mindset and ideology.
Different set of values.
And then you give them power, and you don't think that they will use that power against her.
They immediately use it against her. They immediately use it. You put your weapons aside, come into our territory, we have the monopoly of power here.
Right.
And they arrested her. And
you're the queen's mother and you're arrested.
Yeah. And it will be an interesting thing to see developed in later books, because they will not give up their weapons so quickly.
No, they have to be killed and massacred.
Yeah. They have now weapons they will not give up so quickly.
And I don't think that it's ever a wise decision to give religious fanatics weapons. I think everybody knows that by now. Okay, so now we get to this video's bold prediction about a decision that has already been made, but we haven't yet seen if it's a bad decision or a good decision, but you predict that it's going to be a really, really bad decision. What decision is that?
Yeah, it's not that bold prediction, no, really. But Victorian choosing to go along with his brother's plan to enlist the dragons at the side of the Ironborn is a bad decision. It will definitely backfire.
And then he chooses to trust this priest.
And he knows Euron's gifts are poison.
Right.
He knows that. But he goes along because his ego and I don't know.
And then he says, "I will marry Dany."
Yeah, and he goes too far. No, it will not happen. It will backfire, and probably will be not only his downfall, but maybe the downfall of the Ironborn as well.
I think you're right. That's a horrible decision.
Yeah.
Because you're not smarter than Euron. Just accept it. Don't try. This is not your strong suit.
And don't believe bold religious guys that tell you are the Messiah or something. When Mokor says to him, "You still have a very important role to play. God have chosen you to play an important role." It could mean God have chose you to be burnt alive.
Okay, so let's wrap things up. Was that a good decision on my part to wrap things up?
It will definitely will backfire. Terrible consequences.
And lead to my downfall.
It will lead
to this channel's downfall. Okay, so we are positively sure that you guys have many more bad decisions on your mind right now while you're watching the video. So just write in the comments the decisions that you think are absolutely worse. But remember, decisions made by decision makers, not just by fools. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, click like and click subscribe to get our next videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.